Hello guys, I feel like it's been a while since we've had a little heart-to-heart. I feel like a life update is overdue. Usually I try to have my videos just be very lighthearted, happy, go lucky, but I have to say this video probably is not it. I'm gonna bring you guys up to speed on everything that's been happening to me, our family, behind the scenes. But first, I'm gonna show you around this place called the Anti-Lab, and we're gonna get some coffee. Do you guys have almond milk? Okay, I'll do almond milk matcha, please. Got a coffee for Nate and a matcha for me, since this is my second cup of caffeine. So, in 2021, we bought a house, and at the time we were so excited to plant some roots, raise a family, have a place for the kids to run around and just like grow up in, right? Well, hello there! Welcome to the new Honeysuckle home. Bought a house a few months ago. We are gonna be remodeling very soon. Starting next week, everything's gonna be pretty much torn out and redone, a little bit of sprucing up. What I really love about this space are these bay windows right here that just kind of overlooks the hill and the street. It's just really beautiful. My vision for this space is that we would open up all the walls so it's like an open concept. And now onto the master bedroom. It's a really spacious room. It overlooks the gazebo and the pool over there. It's very serene, so a very nice view for Nate to work and edit. This one's definitely getting remodeled, but like the coolest feature in this bathroom is ring ring, hello? But this will just be a really nice space to hang out for the kids. As you can see, they've already moved in with their furniture. It wasn't gonna be a super big job, you guys. It was gonna be making a few spots like even out, making the kitchen where we were gonna work and film be a little bit larger and flow a little better. Our budget wasn't crazy, but it was enough to get that job done. And we were told that it would be done by Christmas. We moved out of the house that we were in, Sherman Oaks, because the owners decided to sell, and it was just an accumulation of things that made us move around so much.
Go get it.
Probably not.
Well, I'm going to try it.
I'm excited to start our new chapter in our new house soon. Right now we're gonna be living like nomads. We're headed down to Orange County for 1 month, and then I don't know where we're living October through January or whenever the house is done. So that is to be continued.
I can't sit there.
We're gonna get the new couch at new house.
Cheese.
Goodbye for now.
Hey, how's everyone doing?
We were in Dana Point for a month, trying to figure out, oh, okay, like we can bounce around for a little bit.
My name is Ercy.
Are you crazy?
Yeah,
Say I'm crazy.
I'm crazy.
Every evening, it's been kind of our routine to go walk by the beach and watch the sunset, and it's just been so nice. I don't know, I never want to leave this area now. It's just been so good for us to be like physically active and just enjoy like the salty air. And then we went to Balboa Island, had the lease end in January so that we could have enough time. I knew that construction would take a little longer than expected. I didn't know how much longer. Today, I will be packing to move again. We only had this Airbnb for a month, and then now we're moving to, it wasn't an actual Airbnb, we just got lucky and found like one of these rentals somewhere else that's gonna be really special. So excited to show you tomorrow because we're gonna move in. If only you guys could see what I see right now. I think I'm living with an avatar or a Klingon.
I think I look like Benedict Cumberbatch.
I want
So then by the time December rolled around and nothing was happening to the house, we had to rent another place, and we were told that, oh yeah, definitely by summer.
Merry Christmas!
We found another place in Orange County on the peninsula. We were really falling in love with Newport Beach. Oh my gosh, look at these seedlings. I'm growing radishes, and then I'm also trying to grow lettuce. The kids started getting into like after school programs, dance. I started making friends down here. Whoa. Update on the house. I don't really have any, although it should be another 25 to 30 weeks before it's done. We haven't really gone back to check the progress. We will eventually. It just takes so long to drive there, and it's like a full day to commit to like going up there with the kids and back, and because we're so busy here, we just haven't gone. Probably my biggest mistake was that we didn't move back to LA to oversee that project, to like get things moving. We trusted the people that we hired. We were in communication with them constantly that things would be moving along, and to be honest, I was lied to. There's no other way to put that. We hired people we thought were professionals, knew what they were doing. They wanted to get ahead of permits, ahead of construction, so they opened up our house. And let's just say it sat open for 1.5 years until we finally got our permits. At the time, that whole neighborhood was like turning over. The house next to us was doing construction, but it wasn't anything that they needed big permits for. So the city came by a lot to do inspections, and that's when they saw our house demolished without a permit. So then they red tagged us, which then kept any kind of movement from happening, all the while the house rotted from the inside.
I'll go look into it.
Hey, I thought they were supposed to clear all this too.
I was picking up with Cosita.
Is there like a bird's nest in here now? Yep.
Where?
There's a bird's nest in here.
We fired that whole team, and we brought on a new team who gave us a quote we thought would finish the job, a quote that was completely still doable for us. And then a few months after, came back with a budget that was significantly higher, which led me to think that they only gave me the quote to get the job. I'm so just over this house. Like, originally we wanted to just build our dream home, but I feel like at every step of the way it's being blocked and just it's not moving along. It's just become kind of a money pit. Like if we hadn't torn it out already, like if they hadn't done any work and demoed the house to the studs, I would basically just board it up and sell it, or just not remodel it and just call it a day, rent it out, do something, and move down here. Because honestly, I don't see myself living there anymore. It's just become such a regret. Like, I regret buying that house. I know I'm like so privileged to even do that, but like now I'm just in a lot of bills, and I don't know, it's just not good. And then we got our tax bill, and yeah, at least we have our health. At least I have my kids. At least we have our health. Like, bright side of things could have been much worse. And I'm not gonna say like it was not all our fault. Like, we should have been closer to the construction project. We moved to OC for the kids, for schools, and we just genuinely liked it better down here. They drained my bank account. When I tell you we lost everything, we literally lost everything. I was down to like, I don't know how I'm gonna make rent for the next month. Sold off my 401k, sold off everything that I had, my life savings for this house. We ended up selling the house at a loss just so we could close that chapter and move on. I know that everything happens for a reason. We just had to learn it the very, very hard way. But I can't even tell you guys the sleepless nights and the conversations Nate and I had to have. Now that we're finally on the other side, closed that chapter, got what little money we have left in that house back. It's a time for us to rebuild and a time for us to just move on. Very expensive lesson about home ownership and construction. I don't want it to completely jade us from buying another house, but at this point I just don't know where we're gonna end up, where we're gonna settle down. this wall? That would be a perfect backdrop, and that cute little electrical, I don't even know what that is. So let's back up to all the way end of January, where we simultaneously had the worst news of our lives, but also the best news. On the 29th of January, found out we were pregnant with number 3.
No. That can't be possible.
Lulu, it says we're pregnant.
How is that possible?
Do I need to put you through science class
Where's
again?
number C?
Oh my god.
You manifest, what the heck?
I was shocked, honestly. We had always wanted a 3rd baby. We talked about it for a really long time. We were trying and it wasn't happening. And so I kind of wrote it off as like, this isn't going to happen. And miraculously it did.
You've been ready for this for 2 years.
I know, but we're like not in a good situation right now.
I think we're a lot farther than we used to be.
What are you doing? Hello. Hi. Hi, Auntie Gina.
Hi, Auntie Gina.
Hi, I missed you.
Come here.
What? Are you pregnant?
I just turned 40.
Debbie Mo is 42.
Can I talk to you?
Anyways, as you guys can tell, January, it's now what, June? I am not pregnant. So yes, middle of March 11th to be exact, will go down as one of the worst days in my life because that was the day that we lost our baby, or at least my body started going through the miscarriage phase. I started bleeding, and I don't know, everyone says how common this is, but I never knew what happens after you have a miscarriage, and I was in for a rude awakening. Like the trauma of it all, number one, mentally, knowing that you lost like the one thing that you had wanted so badly, and to feel and hear the heartbeat, I don't know, I can't put it into words, but like the pain, mental, and the physical pain of having it like expel from your body, I don't know. Nobody talks about this actual part of like the miscarriage. And now I understand why, because it's so incredibly painful to replay and to talk about. But I hope none of you guys actually have to ever go through that, because it's the worst experience ever. You hear about how common a miscarriage is, and that's why we don't talk about it during the first trimester, because of cases like this that could happen. But I just don't understand, because you're so overjoyed with such happy news, you can't tell anybody about it, and then when something like this happens, you almost feel like you have nobody to talk to, and it's like the most isolating feeling and the most lonely, sad thing. If you guys have gone through something like this, my heart goes out to you, and if you want to talk about it, I'm definitely here for you, because I know what it's like to not have anybody to talk to. It's such a taboo topic, and I don't know, I'm very conflicted about it, but I hate talking about this when people are walking by, so let's just move on. So first off, I want to thank you guys, the ones watching this video, for sticking around. I know in the past 6 months, there's been so many changes on this channel. I know when you guys hit that subscribe button, you were signing up for a completely different channel, different content. I've been doing the food tutorials for 10 years, and honestly, with the rise of TikTok and just the sameness of cooking video, the style that was being put out there, I just got overwhelmingly burnt out. I just, like, the creative side of me just wasn't there anymore. I was just burnt out. I didn't want to do the same thing. I didn't want to do what everyone else was doing. I just wanted to take that hard left turn, which leads us to the types of videos that I've been putting out, and honestly, I personally have loved it. I know there are a lot of people that have criticized that type of storytelling. At the end of the day, the topic will always be about food, except for the real estate one. That was like experimental and was one that Nate really wanted to do, so I'm like, all right, we'll try it. We're in our experimental era. I think after doing the same thing for 10 years, it's important for anybody to change, evolve, innovate. I love getting behind the scenes with restaurants and chefs, doing like fun things with them, but at the same time, I miss you guys. I miss the community that was once there with the food, I realized that that part of my channel basically went too far. Should probably get back into the kitchen and cook with you guys more, because that's where we connected, and I definitely want to find that community again. Super grateful for those of you that have stuck around to continue watching my silliness, the journey that we were exploring. I want to come up with a video format that connects both of our passions together, something that I could feel really proud of putting out, that it's not just robotic, it's not just like on autopilot, here's another recipe. Even though I know those will get views, I just can't do it the same way that I have been wanting to. I want to find a way to like tell a story about what I'm making and why I'm making it. Like, what's the why for making this, rather than just here's 5 or here's 5 recipe ideas. Behind the scenes, I've been doing some pretty cool things. I hosted an event at South Coast Plaza, which is like nicest mall that I've ever been to, and I had the honor to host their video event, interview all the 12 chefs. And at one point while I was working on that project with South Coast Plaza, I thought, hey, being a host, interviewing people behind the scenes could be really fun, which is where you get that tableau video. I thought that could be kind of a fun thing. So like little bits and pieces of what I've been doing for different projects have inspired like new ideas for the channel. Meanwhile, while we were trying to figure out the main channel, our third channel kind of blew up. I stepped away from food completely, started a new channel, testing random gadgets, and I could just be silly. Found a brand new audience over there, and we're just having fun. If you guys are interested, the channel is called Hey, it's Honeysuckle. I upload every day. It's shorts content, but yeah, we're having fun over there, just trying to figure out who we want to be and what we want to do. We're at this interesting crossroads in our life where we're kind of starting over, picking up the pieces. A lot of me feels like a failure, not finishing up the house and giving up on it and selling it. We made the decision that we felt like was the best for our mental state, our family. As for our work, I am excited about the future. I have a lot of goals. Maybe a cookbook will be born out of this. I truly believe everything happens for a reason. If the house was finished before, I never would have come down to Orange County, which I've made so many great friends and really feel like I belong in a community down here. We're just happy. In terms of having a third, I still have dreams of that happening again. I don't know if we'll be blessed to have another one, but it's just another trauma that we are still working through, because that was probably the most painful part of losing everything this year. One thing I do have to say is that since changing the direction of my channel, I've really been trying to push myself out of my comfort zone, and filming in public, let me tell you, has been one of the most pushing me out of my comfort zone to film in public. Oh my gosh, it's so scary. Hopefully I have better news to share for you in the second half of 2023, but as of right now, this is what I've got, and here we are. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks again for sticking around. I'm grateful for you, for this community. I hope to rebuild it and show up in the way that you guys feel comfortable watching. Yeah, signing off. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.